Episode 76.
Yeah.
How is everybody doing today?
That
we
is
got?
definitely a different intro, that's for sure.
Yeah, how'd you guys like that new intro? Oh, let me stop sharing that screen. I gotta get it with the audio share. And guys, we'll be well on our way. How is everybody doing? Dwight, how are you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. Just trying to get settled here in my mobile office.
Mobile office.
Yeah.
That's your nice truck, isn't it? So we've got Collision Bomb in. What's up? We got Bud in. Hello. Welcome. And I'm gonna go ahead and throw up a banner.
Yeah. Got that going.
Yeah.
It's a little different with the laptop and the where they place they put the webcam down the bottom, which is kind of awkward.
Oh, yeah, guys. Dwight is in his mobile office. He is not in his normal at-home office. So he may be dipping out a little bit later. And as the new intro has stated, sometimes Joe Catapano. We might see him, we might not.
Wonder what outfit he'll be wearing this week.
I sent that over to him, and he was like, "Oh, you couldn't do a cartoon of me or a picture of me or something?" I said, "I thought it was funnier that it was low effort." So, but
he's on there. Like, there's a video of him.
I know.
Needy.
So
he's just needy.
I remember the last time we were working on this cover, we were doing a more dynamic position.
You definitely didn't get this far. So.
I thought I've had a long good think about all of this, including my thumbnails that I made, that these are primate beings, yet I have them walking and picking things up with like straight up like humans and picking things up with their hands instead of their hand feet. You know, like picking it with their hand feet and passing it to a hand to bring it up. Like, I didn't think about their body movements.
Right.
So Joe did say to hesitate before going gung-ho into the pages. I'm glad he said that, because that was a big aha. So coming back, though, to this cover, I'm not saying I'm going to hunch him or anything like that. But they need to have certain type of tendencies, like I said, like picking things up with their feet hands.
Sure.
Or when they're running. Do they run bipedal, or would they start to go into a hand-foot sprint? You know, they're obviously going to be using their tails, those type of things. So, but when they're normally strolling or whatnot, yeah, an upright posture signifies at least an hour evolution, higher intelligent,
So you could evolution. Do a mix of that where, there's kind of a civilized action from them, but when they get riled up, maybe that starts to drop off and they go more primal. Like if right. It's just a normal business, okay, fine. They'll be all proper and do certain things that we would be more used to. But if they're all riled up and adrenaline's flowing, then maybe that starts to drop off and they start doing that. That'd be interesting.
So yeah, I'm just I'm trying to think about the composition again, and I'm still open to new type of ideas with it. So
I think splitting the spine with the face will be pretty interesting.
I was thinking about it.
I think that'd be cool.
I was thinking about it. The Nightmare Eater's just here on the side right now. I need to pull him back into the composition somewhere.
Well, man, you could have him on the back. Good.
Yeah, I tell you what I need to do is get rid of my perspective lines. Oh, that's right. I could.
You really could.
It's not a bad idea, actually.
Because you've got quite a bit of real estate back there, and it would be kind of a.
Sorry, guys, I'm not paying attention. Handsome face D, sir. How are you? Welcome back to the show, man. It's good to see you, man. And then Noah, what's up? Hey,
just something that as you're scrolling around and flipping the book over, like, hey, what's that? You don't have to give them every course of the meal right up front.
Yeah. Hey, Noah, I did just finish a good cover, an awesome cover, and the layers on it were many. And yes, it started to slow down a lot no matter what I did with it. And I'm starting to understand why Corey and you and everyone else in comics do it a certain way. But yeah, like I said, being new, I'm doing what I can do to stay customizable and comfortable until I start to grow into those tendencies.
So we just need to get you some more horsepower then.
No. This thing's beefing out anyway. The fact that it doesn't crash when I'm doing stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah. Little nuts. Now, I've already drawn the Nightmare Eater once, but it was for a smaller image.
Yeah.
And I don't want to cheat at this. And cheating at it would be like, since I've got it, I'm going to use it, and just scale up the line art. And I may not be okay with this pose. I may want to do it slightly differently, maybe a bit more interesting.
Well, but you've got a little bit of, you got a few more perspectives now with some of the other stuff that you've done, in recent time. So that's also giving you some different perspective. But I think that would be definitely pretty interesting from my interpretation, for you to have a large portrait like that split on the spine, and then do you even go as far as is there any different personality on the character that you focused on in the center? Do you do a little bit of a different facial expression on one side than the other that almost gives it two different, if you're not looking at the whole collage at the same time?
I guess you could. I'm not going to do that.
I get that.
Maybe lighting could be slightly different.
Sure. Which would still give you quite a different scene. Yeah,
well, Star Wars always uses, and a lot of things use the laser blues and the real orange or reds, and they blast those on each side of things. Right. I'm thinking a bit more of what we got Nightmare Eater's kind of teal white light on one side, and then the warm light of this side, which is more Tulabanya's, warm and nice exteriors. And now that we're talking about Nightmare Eater here,
but
then
to let that light interact,
and find a way to, blend it in the center, working with this face. And the face may be that prominent, or it may be more subliminal, or let's see.
Sure.
Or something that's just kind of an afterthought of everything else. I could use shadows to really chunk that up, especially using the left side with the more darker composition with Nightmare Eater. It's that transition between, like, through the spine that is making me think some interesting stuff. Oh, and since I've wanted to put a little bit of denethite on this page, I might not need it over here, because this shape is actually balancing out this cluster up here that's going to be the treetops of Tulabanya, at least where we can see them in the area where we're at. This area here is going to be kind of the structures we see in the beginning. It's basically the normal common areas, but it's layers and layers of bridges and you know, Tulabanya tunnelry that's within the trees and stuff. So a little bit of a dynamic environment piece, receding back into that focal point. This space here, I'm just thinking it's going to be more of the environment that our main character is kind of walking on. And it, you know, I need to kind of tie that in a bit more with this. If those two are connected, I could just put a platform edge right here, cutting or lifting him up off of this structure. That way I have more freedom to play with it and not get so stuck in any of that.
But then
okay, hold on. He says, yo, Colonel, if this is a wraparound, hold on. We got to have a voice for Noah. I got to have a voice. Yo, Colonel, if this wraparound cover, keep in mind whatever binding you choose will affect how the art in the middle ends up looking when printed. And he's totally right. Totally right.
I kind of had like a 12-year-old girl pop to mind for the voice, but that'll work.
That's fitting. But yeah, it is a wraparound cover. Yes, you are starting to see the light. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I do need to try to catch up more with the chat, with the kind of the rambles that I go on. But those rambles are me working through it.
You'll get there.
It's
just interesting to think all of the other items that I know that you'll end up putting on here that'll just add so much more detail to it.
Oh yeah,
but I think that's got some good capabilities. You know, there's some good possibilities with what you're putting together.
What is this? And this is where Noah's like, you should have so many layers. Layers.
So are you done gift wrapping those coins yet, or what?
Oh, thanks for reminding me. Guys, I'm going to be sending out the email tomorrow morning. I'm going to create it tonight. For those of you that I have already confirmed the address, your envelopes are made. They're sealed. The labels are on them. So I just need to send out one more email just to make sure everybody's addresses are confirmed and haven't changed since the Indiegogo. Because, you know, you don't want to send these things off to people who won't get them. But yeah, so for those of you who I've confirmed, your guys is done and in the box, ready to go when I get the rest of them finished up. So, and if it takes a little long for people to start to respond, I'll actually just I'll send out what I've got. So I want to send out that email and give it like a day, like a couple days. Yeah. And that's what I'm saying is like, I could just send them out as they confirm. So not a big deal. But guys, yeah, that's been fun to do. So woohoo! Oh, Joe's Star Circuit bike. I've been painting it. I've got it primered, got it, you know, sprayed with a base, and then I taped everything up to do the main front part of the bike. And I've got it red, I've got it clear coated. I'm just waiting for it to dry to do another layer, and then I'll cut the tape off and then do the gas tank and then do the wheels, and then I'll start to finalize with the details and stuff. But with the clear labels that I've got, I was thinking on a punk bike version, like how he's doing that contest or whatever, I can actually digitally create all the decals and and like the stickers and stuff that like a cyberpunk, street urchin or something would slap on his bike and everything. Get the Dremel tool to chunk up and custom carve panels out of the bike, showing some of the tech in it. And if I'm really gnarly with it, I could actually cut sections out and build like little lights and stuff on the inside, and then put the panel back in there after carving it out, and just
that
really
thing wasn't that big.
Really go. Well, no, not this one. Not this one, obviously. I got to do it standard for this one, because I might be painting the rest of them if this one turns out cool.
So besides Nightmare Eater, what else goes on here?
Architecture. So why don't I play with that? Thank you, Dwight, for the focus. I needed it.
Well, I just have to keep grabbing you by the hair and bring you back in,
Let's see, I'm right there. And no, as you saw, a lot of the layers are turned off, and a lot of the times I create layers just to be safe. And then I'm like, nah, I'll go ahead and go right into the other layer, and then, or to the, usable one.
Doesn't sound like Noah liked your
and I totally forget what he
voice
said.
of interpretation. I don't think that went over well.
Bro, you can't do me like that with that voice.
Oh, we've got others. We can get you taken care of.
Yeah, Dwight can make my voice do all kinds of things. With the
it's still been pretty wild, man, listening to some of those voiceovers.
Oh, and like how you tweaked them and stuff. Oh, that made it versatile.
Yeah.
So I need where my verticals at. Where my verticals? I see them. I just don't have enough of them. Right here.
But does that kind of make sense? Like if they're kind of meeting with each other, there's a formal, but between a group of them, okay, they'll be all polite and, stand upright, that kind of deal. But if they're all riled up, then all of a sudden, that kind of starts to slip away, where
it's like the instinct starting to kick in.
It kind of takes over, and
yeah.
That to me, I think.
Well, it's not even just about that. They have their own, their culture's kind of built around that. They don't usually have stairs that they take. Like, they build those for visitors, for the human visitors and stuff. Yeah. But they are becoming a proprietary, like a proper society and education. And it's not that humans were, are any smarter. In fact, these guys are doing a lot more interesting stuff and have more knowledge of their environment than the humans do.
Because there's a difference between those guys, doing the commentary and not playing the sports, in the middle of it. So they're all nice and proper when they're talking from behind the little desk and on TV, but I'm sure it's a lot different.
Right.
All that stuff starts to kick in.
Right.
The trash talk.
Exactly. It's kind of
like
the difference. Yeah, kind of like the difference of, your businessman archetype next to, your pirate or your roguey type character.
Kind of like the difference of Noah's voice in real life versus how it's portrayed on the show.
His voice doesn't sound like that.
That's what makes it funny, though.
I know. He's more nasally.
My voice doesn't sound like that.
Oh, yeah, right.
I thought there was two of you.
No!
I need to. It's about time to watch Idiocracy again.
Oh, I've seen that. I've saw that documentary.
Yeah. Yep.
Great point, Dwight.
Oh yeah. I'll take that. No, I just laugh because I see all of that coming to life like every day. So, okay, I'm getting a car wash today, right? Taking the truck, trying to get it all nice and clean, and for the road trip, and turn around, and I get behind two of the stupidest people I think I could have ever ran into at a car wash. And it's one of those that, all automated. You drive up and, if you've got a subscription, it'll scan your window and the little tag and you're in. Well, I've got the scanner.
Fancy.
The second lane's closed, and I got two people in front of me that can't even check out a Walmart by themselves, on the self-checkout. So the guy has to come over, help them get through all this stuff. Finally, they get their car wash paid for. We get through the line. I'm coming up to try to drive in. The guy's guiding this chick in front of me, like pointing left and right to get her to, turn her tires and pull into the little carrier system that takes your vehicle through the car wash.
Well, you said chick. I started getting the secret herbs and spices, the Colonel over here.
So he points to the right. Guess which way she's pointing her tires?
The opposite way.
The opposite way. Yeah. Over and over and over again. It's like, look, if I don't even see how you could do that. Someone points,
That's why a bucket and soap and sponge and towel and a radio.
No, it's why people should be allowed to be, put a bag over their head. Anyway.
A dunce cat.
So finally we get her in, and I'm coming up from behind. This is one of those where you take your foot off the brake, put your vehicle in neutral. It will lead you through the conveyor belt.
Yeah.
Well, she puts her foot on the brake, so the system starts jamming up because it won't guide the vehicle.
Yeah.
Well, she doesn't do that just once. So we get in there together in the car wash.
Move it along.
And then all of a sudden, I see brake lights. And we're in the middle. Like, we're inside the entire process. And I see brake lights, and my truck is starting to creep up and getting closer and closer and closer. Like, we're getting ready to hit.
Yeah.
I'm honking. There's water spraying all over the place. I'm about to get out of the truck. And they stop all the equipment, like everything, like they must have hit the emergency stop. They realized what was going on. Anyway, finally we get her out of this place so that I can freaking stop almost having an aneurysm.
Mm-hmm.
I was I was in a really high accelerating.
I thought there was going to be a crash or something.
Oh, there nearly was.
Well, next time you tell a story like that, make sure there's a crash at the end. I don't care if there was or if there wasn't. Make it crash.
Whatever. I was so mad. Oh man,
she was probably drinking soy lattes from Starbucks.
Man, I was about to just pop. And what is a soy latte anyway?
I would have too. I guess a latte with soy. I don't even know what it would taste like.
Oh, like soy milk instead of, yeah, right.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Let's not get started on that.
I drink my coffee iced and just no sugar, no creamer, man. Just as hard as it gets.
I think I'm kind of depends on my mood. 1 minute, it's all just don't put anything in it. I'll take it black.
Yeah.
Other
Yes.
times, it's like, hey, let me put something in here.
What, like some whipped cream, some little dab of cinnamon, some orange spice.
I ain't talking foo-foo. No. Well, you're drinking the wrong coffee if it tastes like burnt wood.
Black Rifle Coffee.
Starbucks tastes like charcoal. And they do it on purpose. Anyway, so all right, so that's our walkway. You're bringing that into
back to the art.
The
so
deal.
What I'm trying to do is get a little bit of that Tulabanya stuff. While you were telling the story, I was like, throw some detail in while it goes. I was really wanting an explosive ending to that story.
Nah.
Maybe next time.
Maybe
next time. So yeah, let's get another walkway in there.
It was bad. I was about to get out.
Yeah, I kind of learned not to get out of the car.
Yeah, no, man, this was one of those like
never a good idea.
Like you're too stupid to drive.
Yeah, but let them learn that the hard way.
Not with my vehicle or not.
I know, right? It was your vehicle about to hit them. Hey, you could have got a new truck.
It wouldn't have been that. It wouldn't have been that bad of damage. It had just screwed my weekend up. No thanks.
Well, if she didn't know how the car wash worked, she probably didn't know how insurance worked. So it's probably a good thing. Our Jedi, what's up, buddy? Apparently, I just did a voice of you, but said it was Noah.
You got confused? Which one was?
I don't know. Jeremy, didn't you have the character running? Was it not working? At the beginning of today's episode, Noah, I actually do kind of discuss that a bit. And if Mo Biggs comes by and checks out this episode, I want him to be aware that the one thing that Joe's been saying is, Jeremy's good at drawing monkeys. And we're all going, yeah, monkeys. Hey, orangutan. Yes. So the one thing about mine was the fact that all my monkeys I've been drawing, and even in my thumbnails, seem to be moving like upright, normal humans. And although that's okay,
it's a different planet, man. Come on.
Although that's okay, when their instincts kick in, I still had them upright, not doing things with their feet, hands at all, like picking things up off the ground or anything. So I have to go back through my thumbnails and actually start to redraw some stuff with that mindset. So their body language is huge. It's not that your idea wasn't working. It's that I understand why you were saying be more dramatic with it. It needs to sell the book. It needs to come out like that. I'm actually going to work off of more subtlety than being like that with this piece. The render of the art and the lighting should catch the eye without me having to sacrifice for, because although that might work for Mavericks, because it's a very, feel, this isn't. And so I wanted to come back to the subtlety. I'm not happy with his face like this, and that could actually change the intensity of the page. But I also have this figure here that we kind of like we were talking about. I'm not sure quite how to incorporate that. It might be a subliminal thing, like with the shadows on this side, and maybe, just some clouds or lighting over here. But we're still playing with this. Jeremy, if you don't like my advice, just say so. I understand. No hard feelings. No, I'm just saying I gave it an honest go at it. Mavericks is awesome. And I've been thinking about, I have a character within the world that's kind of like that action hero that I can do a series of books off of. Yeah, I've talked to you about him before. He's the Light Latcher Hunter.
Yeah.
So, and he comes from the Brigadoon Spires. So we can do a lot with this character, in the more actiony Saturday morning cartoon aspect.
But he wasn't in this one, or he's at the end.
Say that again. Sorry, Dwight.
He's not in this one though, right? Or like right at the end, kind of.
No. He's not in this comic. No. But he's in Beckoned, the game towards the end. When am I going to thumbnail that cover? I'm doing it now.
What cover is he talking about?
I'm guessing it's this cover. I don't know what cover he's talking about.
I don't know. You've been working on this cover for about a month and a half.
No, this is just the only time I actually get to sit down and play with it. But now that I've gotten done with my my cover job for a client, then I'm gonna be. Now I'm back here. I created that new intro. You two better go check out.
So your new nickname's Mo Layer.
Nice.
Hey, I got a fever.
And the only prescription is more layers.
It's more layers.
Yeah, but you're Bruce Dickinson. Put my pants on the same way as everybody else, one leg at a time. Except when I do it, I make go records. That's great.
Need more cowbell.
It's funny.
That could work, man.
What can work?
Mo Layer.
I got given the Colonel name. It's not something I chose. And Kentucky's the culprit.
Oh, I figured it was like,
yeah, it was Leroy's low hanging fruit.
I figured you got surprised by some corn or something.
No, somehow it stuck.
I didn't know that. How that? Oh yeah, no. I did eat corn.
Oh no! What movie is that from? Oh my god, that's a horror movie. It's like a spoof horror movie, right?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Oh my god, I'm gonna have to ask you what that.
Like
that's the Eddie Murphy superhero movie, isn't it? The really old one, like mid-90s one.
Oh, I don't know, man. It's been used a couple times.
Corn? I didn't eat any corn.
Oh, yeah, I did. That's right. So it's always a surprise, man. It comes, about the day late,
Disgusting.
Hey, only if you know what we're talking about, which you then kind of chuckle a little bit. At least you should. So, all right, what about a carrot? Oh, carrots can be dangerous. Carrots are like gerbils.
All right, Richard.
Sometimes. Just better tie a string on them. So, all right.
The tail can disappear.
Another walkway there.
Yeah, another walkway here. That's what we're doing.
Let's talk about those walkways.
Yeah.
Putting a string around them.
Yeah. Because they need the security.
Yep. They could disappear.
Yeah. They can disappear.
So you're not doing gosh darn. What am I thinking of? There won't be a pod on that or the ship.
The airship in the composition is up here. I'm just kind of thinking this is layers and layers and layers of city detail that recedes into the focal point back
There
here.
it is. Okay.
We get some buildings and stuff, so
Hey.
I just don't want to be messy with it.
You know what this could use?
Huh?
Some more layers.
He's trying.
I think you need to kind of just like get your stuff sketched out. You're going into detail. You need to quit doing that.
That's not detail.
Whatever.
That's texture ideas, so I can understand how value is going to be spread amongst all of this. So yeah, just roll with me. A lot of it is me just trying to get how the 3D shapes work in my head.
Okay.
And where an edge rolls off.
You sure as hell can't do letters, that's for sure.
Dude, I can't do letters when I have you on the other side of it. That was aggravating. I could not break it down one bit because you had me on other tangents. As soon as I would start doing it,
you got hammered.
I did, but it's not hard. It's just I have to kind of be by myself, and it's like a zen. Everything has to mark up. Everything has to be measured. Everything, and it takes a long time. At least for me.
All this other stuff just on the fly, and then you get the letters, and it's like, oh man.
I don't know. I wasn't really in the mood to do them, but I had to do them. And attacking him like that, I fail a lot with art. I try to make it look like I do all this on a whim, but I don't. I think about it. I take time. I make mistakes, and a lot of you guys have seen me adjust those mistakes along the way too. Or mistakes are just the changes of decisions, So that's part of the explorative nature of what we've done. And Dwight has experienced that making the prototype, whether he wants to recognize it or not.
I only failed once.
No, not the failure, but the experimentation with it.
I only
this will work. No, this didn't work. This will work better.
And then I just rewrote the code. So actually, I didn't get anything wrong.
You did many things wrong the first few times, but then we got it right.
No. It took me a little bit to get them correct.
Mm-hmm.
It was not a,
And
so you're getting tore up in the chats, like you're not paying attention. So
okay, don't worry. Okay, hold on. Jeremy's pulling a Bancroft. Man, I know. That's why I have Dwight there. How come you guys ain't hitting it on Dwight? I'm the one drawing. Bancroft doesn't draw on his shit. But
that's kind of like, they got to cut
6.5 hours later.
You're getting some stuff done here versus just, talking. I'd rather watch you draw than listen to you talk.
Shh, we must be very quiet.
Do we get a choice?
Jedi's the new Elmer Fudd. very, very cool. Almighty Dwight, we beg of you to use your powers to summon your channel. Okay. Yeah, Jedi, I think, is saying you gotta back up far. Like, don't zoom in when doing this, because the zooming in, you get sucked into the details. And way too early. But Jedi.
Isn't he supposed to know what you're thinking?
What are you talking about?
Isn't that what those guys do?
Who?
Well, if he's a Jedi and he's supposed to know,
Ain't you true.
supposed to be able to get to him and make him think stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Where are you at with that cover that you wanted Jedi to do?
Right. I'm nowhere on it right now.
Hey, he's got to get his kind of somewhat to even.
Yes, he does.
Started.
Yes, he does. And I gotta get that. I gotta get a plan.
That not how the
I gotta
Force
get a plan for it. What?
Hey,
What? Did you just have a stroke?
Almost. I think Jedi's doing some stuff over there.
Jimmer, I think he was asking about the cover you're going to lay out. He was going to... Oh, right. Okay. On your boy has tunnel vision. That's very true. That's not how the Force works. Jedi mind trick. There are necessary desire situations.
Oh, so is it kind of like,
I'm a Targaryen. Mind tricks don't work on me. Only drawing.
Oh, you only use them in certain situations. Okay. All right. That just means you're fake.
Who's fake? Oh, the Jedi's fake. Jedi's not fake.
The powers.
Yeah, the powers are fake. Wouldn't that be it, as if they revealed that the Force was nothing but grand illusionists?
You know what? I think what they did is they gave the Force to stupid people.
That's true.
And they're just incapable of using it. And we're all just having to watch and ponder and wonder if they're ever going to figure it out.
When they get that kid with the broom in that one of those last movies to start doing some stuff, that was going to be crazy. I was wanting Snoke to be the kid that Anakin, when he went all bad in Episode 3 in the Jedi Chamber, there was a theory that the little kid that he turns a lightsaber on in front of was Snoke.
Yeah.
The bad guy. But yeah, I agree with Noah. Luke was a superior Skywalker. For sure.
Anakin was just slow.
That's putting it kindly. But at the same time, it's like Lucas wanted him to act that way. So, blame Lucas.
I definitely blame George Lucas. That's for sure.
Yeah. That's the way he wanted the character to come off.
Now he has no control over it.
Nope.
That's for sure.
No, but, So that's the whole point of Anakin, though. He's so powerful that he grows arrogant because of better everyone meets and impacted. Yeah, but...
Is that how Jedi sounds? Huh.
Oh, wait a minute. What was my impression earlier? Sorry. I'm drawing, guys. Impression. He's so powerful that he grows arrogant because of it. Right. That's what I was saying. I was like, that's kind of the character arc, But that's what I think people didn't like about it so much, is that we wanted that.
Agreed.
You know,
Should have
but
left it with the first 3 movies and that's it.
yeah, agreed. I like the LucasArts video games, like Mysteries of the Sith, that came. That was about God, I forgot what her name was. Or like Dark Forces 1 and 2. You know, those are the old timey video games, like Rebel Alliances, or TIE Fighter. Those were the days. Much more civilized age.
Mm.
So,
all right. So what else you drawing on here?
I got into a little fun little bit right there. So just doing stuff, adding tactiles to things. The things that I'm not showing are the big technologies. And I've been telling you guys I'm going to start adding a lot of that technology into these pages too. So not only are the bodies and the body language has to be redrawn, but a lot of world building decoration has to go on top of all those background values that I did in my thumbnails. So with all that in mind, I want to change a bit up much with them before I show you guys, because I think eventually it might be fine to show you guys those thumbnails all the way through, since I'm going to be changing a lot of them. Some of them may stay, but the body language thing was a giant thing I need to adjust before moving forward. But yeah, we got the crystal technology, or the load-in technology, the soil core technology, and how Tulabanya and its people and culture really harness that energy and use it. It is a propellant, the way they're using it, so it's ignitable, or it combusts in a way. So it does glow, that greenish color that we did. Remember when we were doing Tulabanya? Hold on. That's right. I was doing that when you guys were, when the audience was game oriented and not comic oriented. But a lot of this stuff I'm talking about, you're like, oh, guy, we saw this stuff. We've seen this. Where is it? Work in progress. I think that's it. Come on, thing. All right, so yeah, I know Jedi's seen it before, bruh. It's ocean waves. But yeah, so this is a lower res version of the final version. Oh yeah. Okay, so yeah, we've got the tealish smoke from.
Yeah, because we were messing with the color of the smoke depending on.
But all these little green
what we thought
orbs
was going on.
All these green orbs are basically these like gas lamps that, but they're using the soil core, fuel, if you would.
Right.
And so the soil core fuel is what is basically allowing airships to do what they do. And not very aerodynamic. It's more like thruster and stuff. Little air, there's some stuff I gotta play with the design on this. Because that was just fun to put together.
The next comic book cover.
Right, yeah. Oh, hold on. Okay, if you guys are gonna be all into it, let me see if I can. Trying to remember where I say it. I've got it, but where did I put it? Tulip on it. Oh yeah, is it in Flash Art? I think it's in Flash Art. Okay, I've got another one called Concepts. I'm thinking I'll open up the right one. That way I can show you the actual resolution. this isn't too far off. It's still a little impressionistic.
Oh, right. I got you.
But yeah.
Just from your zoom in.
Oh yeah, okay, never mind. It was a lot more detailed. Whoops, my bad. I forgot how much it did in that. Let's see. Yeah. So yeah, like these areas, anything you're seeing like that, these are walkways that are designed for the Jiri. Like they can swing through, hop through, use their tails and hand feet, to basically. And these areas here are docking stations for airships, but personal skids, nothing very large. Like it's like a personal dock, if you would, for a restaurant building. There's
like a bunch of hookah huts down the bottom.
Yeah, those are where I guess they're manufacturing, or it's creating the lift that our airships get. Yep. And so they're able to build structures on these gas lamps, if you would. So we got the burn off of the fuel, and we got these platforms raising. I haven't figured out exactly what those are meant for, but they can be tourist attractions, shops, markets, or they can be the industrial area where they're actually kind of churning or curing the substance. Places like this, again, are, we got like city halls, or I got a big docking station planned for this entire limb right here. We got the courtyard with the towers where they hold festivals. They take all the fallen leaves and the dead material and they collect it, and they stuff these pillars, and then every season they'll light them a fire as they have a giant festival.
Like Burn Man.
Yeah. But you can see I've got to put these, stations, airship stations up in here. I got to come up even higher and start putting hints of them up in here.
And how would you do all this if you didn't have all those layers?
Exactly my point.
Huh.
It's amazing, right?
Isn't it?
Layers do a lot. But yeah. So, but like I was saying, they have like regular platforms that humans could walk through and still kind of traverse, but this is Jiri land. So I've got to, like I said, this is a big tree. I've got to put houses and stuff all through it. And especially on this limb here. But there's some drama gonna go down.
You're gonna put the high income housing up top and all the lower income down the bottom.
No, actually, a part of Tulabani I don't show too much is the lower landing. So right underneath this area here, just past it, is like the lower roots, and this is on a coastal area because you can see like the sea here, a little inlet out there. But I've got an area down here that's going to start to hint at more of these floating platforms, but more city, more underbrush or in the roots type area of the city.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a lower landings and everything, but yeah, it's not like a class thing though. But yeah, just playing with it. Thanks, guys. That's awesome. It hurts me. It hurts your head too much. I think your world could be fleshed out pretty easy. I think you might have some fun with it. But yeah, D, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Thanks, man. And yeah, actually, NTM, it was this was a poster for the campaign for Beckon. Yep. But yeah, guys, thanks for hanging out with us today. We're 4 minutes till we're out. I'm not entirely 100% like I have been on this. I did finish my cover job the other day, so I've been kind of hard at that for a month, I'd say. So I've taken a few days to clean house, do laundry, live a normal life, feel normal.
Take a shower.
Yeah, those type of things. But obviously, I made the new intro, so I'm going to be doing more stuff on the comic that's going to be back to the focus. So, all this stuff is going to start to build on a little bit more. So I'm hoping to have more to show you guys next episode.
Cool.
But yeah, in case you are new with us, guys, let me... I know I do this, but and most of you guys here know who we are already, and we appreciate you coming here. But for people who might just stumble across this, we are the developers of Beckoned. Dwight's the programmer. I'm the artist, writer, and concept and animator. So it is the prototype is on Steam. You can go download it for free right now and play it if you have a PC. And go into the discussions and let us know what you think about it.
It's still interesting. It's still like I look back, dude, on having it on Steam now. It's just crazy.
Yeah. That is nuts, and the fact that it's gonna be there. So,
yeah, but just the thought of just looking back over what all was done and put into that, man, it's humbling, man.
I'm glad, Noah. By the way, your script is coming along great, dude. The stuff that you were showing me or asking me some thoughts on. And a lot of the time, I'm just trying to spark you some ideas. Have you think about your idea from a different perspective. So I think you're doing great with the plans you got. But yeah, thanks. I'm glad you liked the new intro. I'm glad. Yeah, there she is. Collision Bombs throwing down links. Yeah. The link should be in the description
kind of
as well.
Expecting all that, apparatus to like give Talon some food or something, and then
That's not a bad idea. I might add Talon into the video. So we'll see.
Started making me think of like Back to the Future, almost.
But guys, I'm gonna go ahead and say bye to you now, and then we'll leave out on the trailer. Like you guys seen 50,000.
Dropped you out. Where'd you go? I guess that's it.
No. It's not. My bad. I screwed up. Was that it? No. Okay. Yeah, my thumb hit something and kicked us off. So yeah, guys, like I said, I'm gonna say goodbye to you. Hail the panel, hail the chat, and thank you, Collision Bomb. Thanks, Noah. Thanks, Art Jedi. Thanks, Bud, for showing up too. D, it's good to see you around here, man. Keep showing up. Glad to see you. And everyone else that I haven't got into, and of course, yeah, I had one job. And of course, Joe Catapano didn't show up. But
that's all good.
I love him. He's been busy getting all of his house stuff going. But yeah, guys, thank you. Like I said, I'll leave you out with the trailer. And you all have a nice, safe, good weekend. Have fun. Be creative. Do some art stuff, all right? Laters. Say bye, Dwight.
Bye, Dwight.
You must engage the darkness. If you are going to regain the memories lost to you. You must stay strong.
A lone child's presence does not bode well for the circumstances.
No one can pass. And inquisitive. It will be difficult.
Well, that's just perfect.
But try to remember. You are never